Hi everyone, welcome back to Harshi Learn. So in the last video, we saw how .NET handles memory using garbage collection. But one simple question comes up here. That is, where is this memory actually stored? Like when you create a variable or an object, where does it actually go? Is everything stored in one place or is there some structure behind it? You'll be having these kind of questions in your mind, right? So basically, .NET has two main places to store memory, that is stack and heap. And once you understand how these two works, a lot of things in .NET will start making more sense. Okay, so let's break it down in a very simple way. So why does this actually matters? In the last session, we saw how garbage collection clears memory automatically. But one basic question is still left. That is, where is that memory actually kept? Because unless we understand that, it's very difficult to know what's really happening behind the scenes. So in .NET, memory is not just stored in one place. Okay, it mainly uses two different areas, that is stack and heap. Each of them has a specific role and together they help your program to run fast and stay organized. Okay, so let's understand how these two actually work. Alright, let's start with the stack memory. Think of stack as a place where things happens very quickly and temporarily. Whenever a method starts running, all the data related to that method like local variables and inputs goes into that stack. So basically, stack helps in handling method calls one at a time. Now, here is something important. Stack works in a very simple way, like last in, first out, which means whatever goes in last comes out first. And because of the simple structure, stack operations are very fast. Okay. And another good thing is you don't have to worry about cleaning it. As soon as the method finishes execution, all the data related to that method is automatically removed from the stack. So overall, you can think of stack as a quick workspace for short-term data, which is fast, simple, and automatically managed. Now, let's talk about heap memory. So far, we saw that stack is used for temporary things. But what about objects? That's where heap comes in. Whenever you create an object using new, it is stored in the heap. Now, unlike stack, heap is not very structured. There is no strict order for this. Okay, objects are just placed wherever there is space available. And because of this, heap is more flexible but little slower compared to stack. Okay. Now, one common doubt is if objects keeps getting created, who cleans them up? That's where .NET helps us. The garbage collector keeps checking which objects are no longer used and it will remove them automatically. So we don't have to clean it manually. Okay. And one more important thing is objects in the heap can be used from different parts of your program, not just inside one method. Okay. So you can think of heap as a storage area for objects which is flexible, shared and managed by .NET. Now let's quickly compare stack and heap. So first, what do they actually store? Stack store things like method calls and local variables, and heap is where objects are stored. Now, if we talk about how they work, stack is very simple. It works like a stack of plates. Whatever you put last comes out first. But heap doesn't follow any order like that. Objects are just stored wherever there is space. Now, if we talk about speed, stack is very fast because everything is simple and organized here. Heap is bit slower since it has to manage things more flexibly. And if we talk about cleanup, stack is easy because as soon as method finishes, it clears automatically. But heap is different. It uses garbage collector to remove unused object. Okay. And finally, size. Stack is smaller and limited. Heap is bigger and can grow when needed. Okay. So overall, stack is quick and temporary, and heap is flexible and used for storing objects. Now, let's see how stack and heap actually work together. Think it of like this. Okay, stack manages what is running and heap stores the actual data. Okay, and both are connected using something called a reference. Let's go step by step. First is method call. Okay, when a method starts, its execution begins in the stack. Stack also creates space for local variables. Okay, and the second is object creation. Now, inside that method, if you create any object using new, that object is stored in the heap because heap is meant for storing object. And the next is reference connection. Now, this is the key part. Okay, the stack doesn't store the full object. Instead, it stores a reference, which is basically address of that object in the heap. So whenever the method needs the object, it goes through this reference. And finally, garbage collection. When the method finishes, the stack is cleared automatically. Okay. Now, if there are any objects in the heap that are no longer being referenced, the garbage collector removes them. So, in one simple line, stack handles execution, heap handles storage, and reference connect both. Okay. If you want a simple way to remember this, think of stack as a manager and heap as a storage room. Okay. The manager doesn't store everything, it just keeps track of where the things are. Alright, let's quickly summarize everything we have seen. Stack is basically a quick working area. It handles method calls and temporary data, and it's really fast. Okay. Heap, on the other hand, is where your objects actually live. They stay there as long as your application needs them. And the important thing to remember here is they don't work separately. Okay, the stack just keeps a reference, and the actual object is stored in the heap, and all of this is managed by the .NET itself. Okay, and the CLR handles memory, and the garbage collector cleans up anything that are no longer needed. So once you understand this flow, it becomes much more easier to see how memory works in .NET. So yeah, that's how Stack and Heap work in .NET. Once you understand this, a lot of things like memory behavior, performance, and even some bugs start making much more sense. Okay, take a little time to get comfortable with this because you'll keep seeing it again and again while working with .NET. Okay, if you found this helpful, please do like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Your support really motivates me to make more videos like this. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep learning and have a great day.